Hi, I'm Lynn Brick. Welcome to this week's Fit Tip, Herbs and Spices for Optimum Health. I'm here with Dr. Chris D'Adamo. Thank you so much. I'm honored that he's here with me today. And he is an expert on nutrition and holistic medicine. So we're honored. He's a professor at the University of Maryland School of Medicine and also works with the Center for Integrative Health. So thank you so much for being here today.
My pleasure, Lynn. So what we're going to talk about today are herbs and spices, which I consider the kind of pound-for-pound champs in the nutrition world, as they're simply bursting with nutrients in just a few shakes.
And a lot of people have them in their kitchen already, right?
They do. And in fact, the first one we'll talk about today is black pepper, which I think we're all familiar with and most of us are already eating. But if you're not, you should start. Because black pepper, like all the herbs and spices I'll talk about today, has potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects, which basically means it helps protect us against oxidative stress and inflammation, which are at the root of many chronic diseases. But what makes black pepper special is that it also has the ability to help digest foods. So if there are certain foods that you find difficult to digest, indigestion, acid reflux, and so on, try to sprinkle a little bit of black pepper on. It may help your digestion. So
when you're at the restaurant, when they ask you, would you like some fresh ground pepper on your food? Always
the answer is yes, exactly. So it's a fantastic, fantastic spice. Next one we'll look at is red pepper, cayenne pepper. And, while we tend to think of this as spicy and heat, it actually has potent anti-inflammatory effects as well. And in fact, red pepper, an extract from it is used topically for pain relief. It's called capsaicin. So again, despite the heat, it's actually very anti-inflammatory. So if you like spicy foods, you're in luck, because red pepper has actually been shown to increase our metabolism, and as such, it can help with weight loss and weight management. So
bonus.
That's a nice thing. There's sort of under-recognized benefit of red pepper. And the next one we'll look at is turmeric, which is one of my favorites. It's, if you're looking at anti-inflammatory effects, it's probably at the head of the class. And that stems largely from its curcumin component, which is an anti-inflammatory compound that has been shown to help improve autoimmune diseases and, most interestingly, cancer. Very potent anti-cancer effects.
And what about arthritis too?
Arthritis, absolutely. Again, all these things, since they help protect against inflammation, arthritis is primarily an inflammatory condition. So mixing all these in can help. And turmeric, given its strong anti-inflammatory effects, is particularly potent. And so this, as you can see, it's bright orange. So this is what is used in a lot of Indian cooking and curries and so on. It's actually in a lot of mustard products, which gives it its yellow color. And how you can use it in your own cooking. I like to use it in stews, soups. My personal favorite is crock pot cooking.
Yes.
And so just put a teaspoon in with that. It mixes in nicely, and you're going to get that anti-inflammatory punch.
Awesome.
So that's a great one. Next up, we're going to look at ginger, which, if anything could give turmeric a run for its money on inflammation, it would be ginger. So this ginger has been known to have COX-2 enzyme inhibiting effects. And you may have heard of COX-2 because that's how many of the pain prescription medications work. But the beauty of ginger is that it doesn't have a lot of side effects on the stomach that a lot of pain medications do. So ginger, not surprisingly, given its COX-2 inhibition, has been shown to help improve pain with exercise. So if you find yourself, exactly, we should all be exercising, we know that. And if you find yourself sore, you might want to mix some ginger into your regimen, because it's been shown in research to reduce soreness and also to help with mild arthritic symptoms.
And also with ginger, isn't that the root especially very helpful to aid in digestion as well?
Absolutely.
And that's part of the reason why ginger ale became so popular.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you're suffering from nausea or indigestion, again, have a little fresh ginger, a little powdered ginger, ginger tea. It's an excellent digestive aid and can help soothe an upset stomach. And I think we tend to think of ginger and gingerbread or ginger snaps, but it's actually fantastic in marinades. So if you use it in a marinade for your chicken or beef, it works quite well. So ginger is something you really want to work in if you're suffering from any kind of pain. And it's just a great health tonic to begin with.
Awesome.
So, and last but not least, we'll focus on cinnamon, which, like all these herbs and spices, has very strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects, but what it's probably best known for is its ability to lower blood sugar. So that's of particular importance for diabetics or people at risk of diabetes, who need to monitor and regulate their blood sugar to prevent the complications
Which
of
is more
diabetes.
than 50% of the American population now.
And it's rising. So this is particularly important for diabetics. But everyone should be cognizant of their blood sugar and try to regulate it as much as possible. So this can benefit everyone, and in particular situations. So it's high carbohydrate and high sugar meals are what raise blood sugar the most. So let's say some ways to use cinnamon that you might not be doing now in the morning on your oatmeal or cereal. A few sprinkles of cinnamon will help control that blood sugar surge. On an apple, for instance. I think some people already do that, but that's another great way to use it. In juice. So juice can give a blood sugar spike. So if you drink juice, try a few shakes of cinnamon in there. It spices things up a little bit too. So this is a great thing to add to any kind of carbohydrate or sweet. Not that you should be eating too many sweets to begin with, so it doesn't give you carte blanche to eat all the sweets you want. But if you are going to eat a high carbohydrate meal, try a little bit of cinnamon and it'll help you monitor your blood sugar. So these are just a few. Yeah, these are just a few. I mean, there are many other spices. We'll probably in a future fit tip we'll look at some others.
That's awesome.
But these are some of the big guns that can really help with just a few shakes. Can really help promote optimal health and wellness.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Dr. Adamo. Really appreciate your knowledge and your expertise. And like we said, many of you probably already have these spices in your kitchen, so use them. You can eat your medicine now and prevent debilitating diseases and promote optimum health and wellness. So we want to thank you again for being here and hope to see you again in some future Fit Tips. Now I'd like to close each one of my tips with a thought for the day. And today's thought for the day is from Magdalene Nab. Never get so fascinated by the extraordinary that you forget the ordinary. So for past Fit Tips or the text version of this tip, you can log on to Limbricks.com. And please feel free to pass this tip on to a friend, family member, a coworker. Share the good news about how healthy spices can be in your kitchen. And I'd like to hear your comments. Please feel free to comment on my blog, Blogging with Lynn. That's blogging with LYNNE.com. And until we meet again, you go, girl.